kind of running lately.
Actually, I think the best thing, by the way, for Twitch is not over talk, over bark. That's what happens when your dog gets involved. But yeah, this matchup between two teams should be really, really good. Melty, of course, looked strong in the last matchup. CLG looked dominant against Empyrean. We'll find out which team reigns supreme here in just a moment. Starting out here with Dorado, and looking at the defense as it comes out here from the CLG side, it's going to be Linko on the McCree, Spo on Zenyatta, Mini on Reinhardt, B dropped going to be on the Diva, Technicide on Lucio, and Hui going to be on Zarya.
All right, offensively from this Melty squad, nothing super out of the ordinary thus far. Bod is going to be on the Lucio. Degon will play the Zenyatta. Moonal and Tech 36 and a pair of tanks in Winston and Zarya. Flippy and Nico will represent the DPS in McCree and Reaper. So it's kind of interesting that Reaper's had a bigger resurgence today. We saw him very sparsely yesterday. It was all the Genji show yesterday. Nico has a good Genji.
No, Nico has a phenomenal Genji, but he will be on Reaper here to start things out. I'm actually surprised given its offense that he's not on Genji, especially with all the Genji we've seen as of late. But we'll see if it works out. Reaper is never really a bad choice, just sometimes there's better choices than Reaper. And by the way, he has a golden Reaper gun, so he's going to be literally throwing money away, Hex.
This is why we can't have the gold standard anymore. It makes no logical sense.
Not with Reaper here, not in the least. So big charging coming in from the defensive Reaper. Almost overextends, almost gets punished for it in turn. We'll have to back up here. Both teams still at full strength. And again, note that neither team is running Mercy, so when deaths happen, they happen for real. As a bot is taken out early on for the offense. So first pick off to the defense. Linko has just been raining in the damage from the back. Already has Deadeye up in just a moment. As a Mini takes up Moonel. So not the best push in from Melty, a little bit disorganized. They just slowly get picked away by the defense. So unlike Hollywood, team's still pretty good at defending Dorado, if nothing else.
Yeah, the thing about Dorado that's been happening lately, at least pre-patch too, is teams have been more aggressive on their defense. Not just the Envy Slaughter holding outside of spawn, but once a team starts getting a kill here, I think a lot of it is because that Resurrection is not able to flip the battle in your favor, but once they get a kill, they're just going to start chasing outside of the arch and getting more damage in.
Oh, offense right now moving forward. Transcendence leading the way, but it doesn't help against Deadeye. However, the Reinhardt shield does. They weather the storm, but Moonel goes down right after, and a big Earth Shower comes in from Mini, knocks down 3. Goodbye, Melty. Melty going to get wiped out again as D-Gun gets sniped from across the map from McCree. Just McCree things. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the world of McCree sports.
Did that do 70? Did you see exactly? Because they said it's going to fall off at extreme ranges. That looked pretty extreme.
No, extreme is... It has to be longer to qualify as extreme, like Gibraltar across the map levels, pretty much. But offense moving forward once more. Minigun lead the way, though. The charge does get right in, but it gets punished in turn. Here comes the sound barrier. The offense now up 1. There's no shield tank. They have to use defensive transcendence. Linko, though, has been great on McCree. Takes out Flippy in that fight. Forces Nico the Wraith form out, and he's been the raid boss that Melty has not had an answer for yet.
I mean, him and Hui, the Imperative brothers going absolutely crazy. Now they're chasing down. Hui's been charged up most of this game. Linko does come in, cleans up another kill towards the end. Is this a first point defense?
This very well could be a first point defense for them. If they hold one more big fight, they should just about have it. It's really about a push and a half remaining here from Melty, but again, I can't say enough about Linko's McCree play. Sure, McCree's really powerful right now, but he has been laying into Melty, and they need to do something about him first on this push. Defense right now countering with the Groton Surge. They get 4 people in it, going to get saved by the Reinhardt. Eva ult, though, goes to the back, takes out Flippy. Flippy was not able to get out in time. Nico goes for the backline. Death Blossom is immediately denied. And Linko at 3 HP finally goes down to Zero Suit Diva. But definitely hanging in there is McCree. They take out this push. And lucky for Melty, they died quick enough that they will get one more full push off, but that's going to be it.
That was a great shot, though, by B-Drop. He Kobe'd that, like, perfectly. It landed in the center of their team. Reinhardt had to make a tough choice of who to save. Ended up letting his McCree die.
Rashar comes in here from Moonel, knocks down 3 people, won't be what Melty needs. Nico takes out Technicide after that, but they don't get a whole lot else. D-Gun goes down, there won't be a res. As Mini holding things in here on the Reinhardt does go down, but not before doing all sorts of damage. Linko, of course, back into the fight, looking to crack this Reinhardt shield.
It's gonna be close.
It's gonna be very close. B-Drop takes out Flippy. Defense does feel to be in control here. That doesn't really seem like they're in panic. The offense had to back out a little bit.
They need to win this fight quickly because D-Gun's about to have a res up.
Yeah, once the res comes up, it's going to be it. But, oh, the two-shot coming out from Linko after the flashbang. Gets another kill on the Nico, and Linko has been on fire this entire game. Going to shoot D.Va right out of her mech. And this should be it. Give me a full first point hold here from CLG, and what a showing coming out for them. They might have lost Blam, but doesn't really feel like they've missed a step.
They look good. They look really good there. Not much more to say about that. Just they mechanically dominated that. Both of the you musts, the imperatives, Hui and Linko had great games. B dropped that D.Va ult in perfect position, and then just kind of flawless play from everyone else. No one made a mistake. Looked really good. Now that's a super easy win condition for them. They have to push the car at, what, 72 meters?
Yeah, they don't have to bring it very far, and that's a little bit disappointing for Melty. Melty, of course, looked really good in the last round that we saw them in, but CLG clearly a cut above. You don't see full defenses on Dorado as often nowadays. It's still one of the few maps where you can't do it, but maybe you'll see more often now that McCree is buffed. When you saw a lot of holds on Dorado in the past, it was really fueled by Widowmaker. But McCree, I mean, he has part Widow in him right now with how far away he can snipe people from the courtyard, so that could be a bit of a factor. I'm not sure. I guess we'll have to see how it develops. But take a look here at the Melty side as they move forward. It's going to be Bod here on the Lucio, Moonel on Reinhardt, Egon going to be on the Zenyatta, Nico on the Zarya, Flippy on McCree, Tech 36 on the D.Va.
All right, well, offensively, it looks like they're going to stay with exactly what they ran on defense, as Linko will be on McCree, Hui is on the Zarya, Tekaside will play the Lucio, Spo onto Zenyatta, be dropped on D.Va, and Mini will play the Reinhardt. And this is one thing I will say about the meta, is this has been actually more heroes than we saw yesterday. The North Americans generally bring out a little bit more variety anyway, but there has not been a whole lot of need to transition from first point, second point, third point, or offense to defense. Like, if you like your lineup, you're running it everywhere.
You must Linko leading the way once more on McCree. Don't think we're going to be seeing him on anything but McCree for most of the day here, and why not with how he's been playing. And for the offense here, they have 4 minutes to get through. Not very far. They don't even have to go all the way deep into the courtyard, just to the yellow square. So lots of room, lots of time here for CLG. So even if this first push is bad, even the push right after is bad, not a big deal. They can just take their time,
Mini
look for an opportunity, but Mini able to get Moonel with a huge charge. You must Linko now moving in, no shield tank in his way. Down goes Flippy, and oh my goodness, this is going to be over before it begins. 4 kills here from the offense Hex, opened up by that charge from Mini. And it's Nico right now, last person here on the point with Tech 36, and that's going to be it.
You know, it's something we saw Reinhardt's play that way on Dorado first yesterday, too, and it was absolutely astonishing how well it worked. I think especially with how D.Va's playing well and kind of just what we're seeing out of it, you can run Reinhardt, but you have to run it super aggressive. You need the space that it opens up, and he's absolutely crushing to open up space for him there.
Yep, here's play the game coming up from Yoselenko. No Deadeye required, just good solid mechanical left clicking. It's actually brutal how badly McCree punishes Zenyatta. If Zenyatta ever has a clear sight line to McCree, if you're Zenyatta, you need to get out immediately. That is not winnable. That is, you're in danger, move. Or if you're a fan of Team 4-Star, Piccolo had something to say about that with dodging.
Well, that is Dorado easily in favor of CLG. I believe it's Hollywood next. That is Moonal who's in control of the lobby. He's switched it over to Hollywood. They are ready. We'll let them know we're ready.
Yep, we're ready. We're going to be going to Hollywood, and we'll see just how things go. But good omens here from CLG. Really good defense coming out from them. And hey, they had a good defense on Dorado. Hex, will they be able to do it on Hollywood? Hang on, they might be going offense first.
No.
You don't think so? You think that the Hollywood curse is too strong right now?
Yeah, I do. Maybe they'll hold it longer than most teams. Dorado has always been a pretty defensible first, even more so than maybe Hollywood. I don't know. Everything I've seen out of Hollywood says that first point is over for defense lately. Okay, so they're swapping over sides. Someone messaged me a question, like they're asking about the ban system, and they said, I got banned for 2 leaves because of PC crash. My response to that would be like, that sucks for you, but we need to ban people who leave matches. Too many matches of mine have been ruined by people leaving, so sorry that your PC crashes, but I think it's not even harsh enough, really.
I just hope it's a scaling ban system where it's not so much that it affects people that might have bad connections that drop every now and then, but it does punish people that leave intentionally. Although I will say this, if your connection is always dropping out, there's not much practical difference between you and a leaver. The intent might not be there, but you're still just ruining games.
Yeah, actually, I get mostly mad at people who leave in the first 30 seconds, and I know like it doesn't count for anything and everything is canceled, but then like I have another 10 minutes of waiting in skirmish. Like, I just got in here. Thanks. Now I gotta wait another 10 minutes. Bothers me more somehow. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, the bigger part for me is that you look at the teams and the heroes that might be involved, and you're just like, all right, this is actually looking really good. We got everyone playing the right heroes that they need to play. We have a Reinhardt, we have supports, we're good to go. Then someone on the other team drops and goes to the next game, and it's everyone is on Hanzo. Well, not so much anymore with 1 hero limit, but the concept is still sound. Either way, take a look here at the defense coming out here from the side of Melty. It is going to be D-Gun on the Mercy, Tech 36 on the defensive Diva, Flippy on McCree, Moon L on Reinhardt, Nico on Zarya, and Bod going to be on Roadhog and Hex. Here we go. Will Melty be able to hang on here on point A?
I don't know. It's really going to depend where they position here. They might have a better chance than most if they can just weather the storm and get a resurrection up, because they are running a Mercy. So they're running triple tank and Mercy. It's different than what we've seen getting rolled over already. I don't know. They are going to run this dive-in offense from Algae. It's going to be Mini and be dropped on Winston and Diva. You Must Hui will follow them in on his Genji. Tech aside, Spo and Linko will stay in the back lines as Lucio, Zenyatta, and McCree. I like what they're holding. I think this is a good choice.
I like the Roadhog here, too. The Roadhog can actually punish the Diva as she rolls in, or the Winston in turn, and Winston can die immediately, so will this be the Dream Hex? Will a defense hold here on point A? It's 65 right now for them so far.
Yeah.
Linko versus Flippy at the moment. Linko in trouble. Down goes Linko. The raid boss is dead. I am so rooting for the defense here. Nico on the Spo. I mean, please, just 1 defensive hold all day. That'd be great.
Looks
as
like
Nico picks up the double kill, the beam melting faces off, and Hex, the dream has happened. We have a hold on point A Hollywood.
I think that's what you have to do. You have to
PogChamp.
You have to just stack that cafe with everybody and try to get a kill when they try to dive on you. And now they're going to have Resurrection up for this next fight. I think the triple tank's also really smart there too, so they definitely made an adjustment there after they were just on this map and saw the horror that was first point.
All right, so now they can lose that next point. I don't even care. You Must Hui does have a Dragon Blade. It is going to be a big part here as he will jump into the cafe. Flippy, though, takes out Spo in the backline, so still not the worst. Hui going for the deflect, not able to punish Flippy as he would like. Oh my god. I mean, 1 hold would be enough, but it won't be 2 holds. Bod comes in with the big hook, takes out You Must Hui. Hex, the dream is real.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. The CLG's not doing anything different or surprising. They've been running the same composition for the beginning of time, and this composition on defense is adjusted and tuned.
It's a very beefy defense. We didn't really talk about too much, but it is quad tank.
Yeah.
So if nothing else, they have a lot of people that aren't really prone to dying early. It's like quad tank plus a Mercy for Rez's plus McCree. So McCree really stuck being the backbone of the defense, but that's okay. Here comes You Must Hui though. Dragon Blade on the right, going to the backline, has D-Gun in his sights. Going to get taken out by Tech 36. The bomb is real, takes out 4 people. Nerf this.
There's just so much meat in their lineup. You're right. You called it beefy. That's absolutely correct. Everyone's got 400 plus HP, except for 2. Only 2 of them have less than 400 HP.
All right, so this is great. Point A Hollywood defense. Hex, we have, in all of our sample size, we have an outlier.
It's great. They need to change something, though, on offense. They're going to try to do it yet again. It's going to be up to Mini to maybe hit an Earthshatter, but I don't think they're going to be leaving this cafe anytime soon. They might have to now.
Well, all right. Diva Bomb goes in, doesn't get anything off it, so play around it pretty well. Mini, though, it does roll in, gets the double kill, just left-clicking, still has Earthshatter at the ready. Should be able to drop in here in a moment, so this is looking pretty good. They do get the resurrection, though, so Melty and I up, and oh my goodness, 3 people knocked down by that Earthshatter. Mini goes down before the charge, but it's still not going to be enough. Spo here with the Zenyatta cleanup. And that's going to be a cap here from the side of CLG, but A lot of time being bought there for Melty, and thank goodness. We were beginning to think that no one could defend point A Hollywood.
Yeah, it was actually really cool what they did there. Again, B dropped with just perfect accuracy on his Diva ult, just puts it right where it needs to be in the middle of the cafe, sends him scattering. There's a preemptive charge that came in from Mini to get into the bottom of the cafe, just swept it up with his hammer. Some nice tank combo there.
This is where defense is going to try and resettle, get back in position. Oh my goodness. The Widow v Widow fight. Wait, did I say Widow? I mean McCree. Between both of them as Flippy takes out Linko from across the map. Brings back memories of the good old days, but McCree, call him McWidow. Still, Spo going to get one kill, but still has to back off with the rest of the offense. Hope you're doing a good job here for Melty here this far, but offense is back in position. They are on the payload, and fight will be joined here once more in just a moment.
Yeah, taking the free progress on the cart, just kind of slow pushing through the center here. Now that they have it through this point, they don't even have to really worry about rooftops anymore, but they are going to take second.
Tech 36 takes out You Must Linko here, so offense down a big gun. B-drop though coming in over the top. Says nerf this. Here comes the Diva ult on the way. Doesn't get anything from it. Will suit back up, but no! D-gun! The orb to the back stops Diva from getting back in. And that is all sorts of bad here for this offense. Nico getting some of the cleanup garbage kills, and Melty once more going to hold. And Hex, they have a great opportunity here. If they get 2 more team wipes, they could really hold in the streets phase.
Yeah, we've seen them hold streets phase before. It would not be unprecedented. They need to make sure that Nico's not hiding. If they have any sort of scout or someone who watched the stream, they should know that Nico single-handedly stopped pushes by himself. They are going to take the slow ride on the elevator on first, though, so that's not going to be the biggest concern. But only
yep, they're going to go for the high ground here once more. Nico might want to back up. Right now is biding his time. He might actually be thinking about speeding up and going into them under the right circumstance.
There's a Diva sitting there. Here comes the Reinhardt. I think he's just trying to get scouting information, get eyes on them.
Alright, so Deadeye coming out here from Flippy. Doesn't get a whole lot from it, and now they're going to move in, but...
Oh, that Earth Shatter, though.
It's a big Earth Shatter, but here comes a bigger Death Blossom over the top here from Nico. Does a lot of damage, doesn't get any kills off of it, however. Still a kill advantage here for the offense. Sunbear comes out very late from the defense. Might be too little too late, though, as Linko able to get a double kill right after that. And now CLG in good position to get to the next point.
Mini's played a phenomenal Reinhardt on the last couple maps, especially. We've not seen as much Reinhardt lately, but he's hitting enormous Earth Shatters. That follow-up there is great. He hasn't missed a charge yet. Really nice play out of him. As he misses a charge. As he charges straight into a wall. Thanks, Mini.
I mean, at least Reinhardt doesn't take damage for charging to wall, but Earthshower does come in here. In comes the Graviton from the offense, trying to pile on. Mini just swinging the hammer in there, gets 2 kills, looks for the charge right after. 3 extra kills here from the side of CLG. They're starting to make up for lost time here. A little bit rough on them on point A, really rough on them in the streets phase, but first fight on last going well, and if they win the next fight, Hex, they will be able to take this map, but taking a look at defense from Melty, they are loaded for bear. They will have Earth Shatter, Primal Rage, and a Deadeye at the ready.
Yeah, not much for the offense either. They're going to have their Deadeye up too, but really, next fight, it could go anyone's way. I just want to see which Reinhardt gets the better charge off here.
Well, Deadeye coming out here. You Must Linko does take out Nico. That is a big pickoff. Big engine DPS is down. Tech the side on the Flippy. Both DPS players for the defense are down. This is going to be incredibly rough. Unless Reinhardt puts a team on his back with the Earth Shatter of the Gods, this fight is already over. Moon L is dead. There will be no resurrection. And X is going to be a cap here from CLG, but it did take them quite a while.
Yeah, pretty long on that cap, but they did end up finishing it out at least 708. I don't know. It seems slower than what we see normally. Like, if this were a week ago, I'd say that's a fine Hollywood time, middle of the road. In the last couple days, that's a slow Hollywood time. So we'll see. I mean, the biggest problem was they did not really super adjust to the defense that they faced on the first point. Melty, though, I give them credit. They've always been kind of a smart team, innovators in a way of trying out new strats, adjusting to what other teams are doing, and they definitely adjusted to the lineup they knew was coming in at them from CLG on that defense, just running 4 tanks. I mean, it was a really smart move. They finally had to get dislodged, but it was only in the alt phase of the game. That's the best Hollywood defense we've seen so far.
Yeah, I mean, at the very least, it's giving a blueprint to other teams here, where if you are watching, 4 tanks, actually pretty effective. Now, maybe if they opened up with the offensive Reaper, went a little bit more anti-tank themselves, that could have worked, but at the very least, it seems to be somewhat of an answer to the Russians that teams have been using. But take a look here at the defense coming out here from the side of CLG. It's going to be you must on the Zarya, you must Linko on McCree, B dropped on the Diva, Mini on Reinhardt, Spo on the Zenyatta, and Technicide on Lucioso. Not quite as many tanks coming out here from the side of CLG.
Nope. They are adding in a third tank, though. It's going to be a little bit different than what they've been running, I suppose. Offensively, it looks like they're going to go standard-ish offense here. It's going to be Nico and Flippy on the DPS in Genji and McCree. Tech 36 and Muna will play a pair of tanks in Diva and Winston, and Bod and D-Gun will bring up the support roles as Lucio and Zenyatta. Pretty standard stuff.
Well, again, I just want to see another good Hollywood defense here. For at least for now, I'm going to always be rooting for the defense, just until we even things out at least a little bit.
Fair enough.
Offense from Melty, though, looking at their prey. Winston charging in, Diva going to be falling in right after. Both tanks are in. Tech immediately just getting taken out of her mech. Bunny Blaster equipped and on the way. Not a bad look here from the defense to start things out. You must Linko taking shelter in the cafe. They're pushing Melty back. They haven't got any kills just yet, but there it is. Down goes Munel, down goes Nico. 2 kills, and they're going to push it back, and Hex.
What the hell is Bod doing?
My ultimate is charging.
That's a really good question. He's off on an island, Hex. He's waiting for his team to rescue him.
Yeah, he was sitting in the corner, then he snuck up through the cafe and went around back. All right.
He's a damsel in distress. Don't worry about it.
All right.
But Melty will be regrouped here in just a moment. Bod biding his time. He's like, look, the almighty flanking Lucio. He's going to be on the way.
Well, I mean, I guess,
but here they go. Speed boost out. Here comes Melty. They're rushing in once more. Spo, though, immediately taking out Tech. Discord absolutely on point. Lee Muslinko getting onto the other McCree. Here comes the Deadeye from the flank. Happy little skull coming out on Bod, and that's going to be another hold coming out here from CLG. Is the curse over here, Hex? Have teams remembered how to play defense on Hollywood?
I guess so. At least these two teams have anyway. I will say, though, for Bod, that's actually really smart that he was able to live there. It's a small thing, but getting the passive charge rather than being dead is fine if you know you can link back up with your team. So he's about 10% closer to Soundberry than he would have been otherwise. I'll give him that.
You look at the offense, they don't really have that much in the way for ults here. I mean, Soundbear is not going to be up until towards the end of this fight. They have Transcendence. I guess they're going to have to open with that, but it could be rough if they run right into the Earth Shatter. Mini's been great at that all day long. Transcendence does lead the way. And Nico on the Yosuneko. So they do get a key pick very early on. Earth Shatter doesn't do a whole lot. Mini going to go in on the Munel. But still rough here for the defense. Munel is just ripping people to shreds in the back line on the triple kill. Getting on the Diva in the back. Takes her out as well. And even if this falls here, it's still not a bad look from the side of CLG. They held for quite a while. And Melty cracks it. And Melty actually got through a little bit quicker than CLG did on them. But still, good looks on both teams. Point A defense finally a thing on Hollywood.
Point A defense finally exists on Hollywood. It's good to see. Yeah, and now the defense, because the kind of slow nature of that, are able to set up exactly where they want on second. Both tanks are up top, hanging out. Zarya took the elevator up. There's still very few transitions coming out here, and Hollywood used to be the map for transitions.
Yep, used to see a lot of Widowmaker here in the Streets phase. Not so much anymore. I mean, who really needs a Widowmaker right now with McCree? McCree is your Swiss Army knife of heroes.
Okay, so a little over 4 minutes left to finish out this map for Melty.
Well, Graviton Surge does come in from the defense, gets 4 people in tow. Will there be the follow-up? B-Drop certainly thinks so, gets right to the back, takes out Lucio. Everyone collapsing on that Graviton, gonna be 4 kills from the defense, and they will hold as a result. And that's one thing that'll get everyone off the rooftop. It's like, look, we landed a big Graviton, everyone from the top to the bottom, finish them off.
Yeah, it's been really fun to watch the Divas react to the Gravitons coming up. So they're just, they charge in, get that knock-in damage, and then they're up front. Diva, at point blank, does a ton of damage.
One thing to know about Melty, though, they did not use any ults as they got womboed there, and now look
really
at their ults. They have everything up, so that's a really good idea for them, but they do run into the Earth Shatter. Mini gets the backline, will have a charge on the McCree, ends up going down, though. 2 kills here from the Melty offense, so they handled that pretty well. Saving ults, definitely doing some work for them. Tech's on the point, down goes Technicide, and this is going to be all in favor of Melty, as they'll get right up until the the second point. They're not going to cap it outright. The defense will have a chance to get back in, but they're going to be able to be very aggressive off this.
Well, they are very aggressive right outside the spawn already. They're going to have to really wait on the offense to push in behind their Reinhardt. Now, they don't want to bleed kills in here is the problem. That, yeah, they do get out. Nico almost got punished for being too far in.
Yeah, the defensive Sunbear comes out. So is the offensive Earth Shadow, though. 2 kills immediately coming out. D.Va getting into it, but B-Drop says nerf this. D.Va ult going into the air. Does not pick off anyone.
Both these D.Vas are just been sending them sky high, hoping to catch people off guard. You don't have to do that anymore, guys. It's only a 3-second fuse.
It's still a little bit more deceptive, though, for people going, where is it? That 1 second could mean everything. Spo with the kick kill on the Nico in the end, and look at this, it's 0.31 meters away. The defense struggling to hang on right now here, Hex. Mini saying, look, this is my payload on top of the car. And the payload's going to start moving back soon, so it looks like it's working out as Mini right now just swinging the hammer into his counterpart on the other team. We'll take out Munel, chains to death, and pretty good time here being bought by the side of CLG. And you look at the time overall, 2 minutes left in the game. This is do or die now for Melty. They must win the next fight or it's all over.
Yeah, pretty much. It's a super important hold there, too, just because the spawns don't move forward at all. And now, look at this long walk. It took them 30 seconds just to get in fighting position now. Even longer.
I'm throwing all that gold away. Why you gotta do that, Nico? Alright, so Nico right now is looking for the Death Blossom, trying to put the team on his back, fighting D.Va on the top. Here comes Speed Boost, right off the top, runs into the flashbang. You must Linko with a beautiful deny. And that could be it.
That should be it, at least for this fight. Now, that might be it for the map, as 90 seconds remain overall. It's going to take them another 20, 30 just to get back over here. That is a long walk.
And that's a problem right now for Reapers, is especially now that McCree is back in the meta. You can't really always count on being able to rush into the backline like that. Sometimes McCree is just going to be waiting there for you with the flashbang, and it was well-timed by Linko, stopped Nico from getting away one again. And here comes the offensive Melty, a last-ditch effort in all sense of the word. Here comes the Deadeye, does not get anything. Pretended out for the offense. Nico able to return fire onto Mini. Still has Death Blossom up because of how quickly he died while mid-ult before. But no, he gets blown up by B-dropped. What a mistake. Still though, very close between 2 teams. Bod does get 2 kills. Flippy with the fall through. And Melty very much looking like they're going to get the cap here. But the problem is, you look at the overall time, Hex. 45 seconds left. They're going to have to wait for the gate to open. That's another 10 seconds being delayed. I think even if the defense were to completely leave the game, they would not have the time needed to bring this to the end.
Very likely not. It's maybe close-ish. I don't think it's going to matter anyway. A couple more kills from the defense should really lock it up.
Oh, Krauton does come in here from the defense, pulls in 2. They have the follow-through. It's going to be 3 extra kills, and that's it. GGs are called. And just like that, CLG will be advancing to the winners finals. Wow, we immediately went back to the lobby. Melty immediately... Wow, that is some coordinated leaving. Is that how you get PJ Salt in your Twitch chat? Because I'm pretty sure that's how you get PJ Salt in your Twitch chat.
I will say this for Melty,
you blink and they're gone.
Hey, Melty might be showing up later today. They still have a chance in the lower bracket here, and they showed us a pretty innovative defense and some good adjustments, which we haven't really seen in the last couple days out of teams. They're just like, we're just going to run what we run, and that's going to be how it is. And that's how you lose first-point offenses like that. So good adjustments by Melty, some good defense there. Running quad tank, I thought was really smart. It was the best Hollywood defense we've seen so far in the new patch. So Melty has nothing to be ashamed about. They held other teams on Hollywood second as well. So defense finally coming back into vogue for this series at least.
Well, gonna take a look here at the bracket in just a second, see who CLG will be up against. Of course, they have punched their way to the winners finals. They're gonna be going up against the winner of Slow Motion versus We United. In fact, Slow Motion, they had a big victory earlier in the day. Who did they beat?
Beat Sodipop.
Yeah, Sodipop. And let's take a look at this Slow Motion.
Yeah, I was going to say, who are these guys? It's an all-Japanese team.
Oh my goodness.
At least that's what their flags say. Now you can say
they are an all-Japanese team. I had no idea. So, all right. We have many facets of the Asian region represented here today. We have MVP Space for Korea, One Sun for China, and Slow Motion for Japan.
All right, man. I'm digging this.
All right, I had no idea.
Do you think they play in NA because it's like less of a ping difference when they have to play EU teams, which has happened already today?
Maybe, but I also just realized that We United is actually the defenders of North America right now because look at the bracket. Oh my goodness. We United went through MVP space, got through One Sun, and One Sun actually took a map off We United, so that's newsworthy in and of itself. They got through One Sun, and now they're up against Slow Motion, so We United is on the Asian tour right now.
This has been...
Oh man, I'm actually a little bit sad that we didn't keep following them knowing this.
Yeah.
That is... Oh my goodness, that is quite the storyline.
This bracket...
I mean, it's a North American Weekly, but we have a lot of different regions fighting it out.
This bracket's been awesome. This has been a
It's
phenomenal
totally
bracket
awesome. All right, but what we'll do here, we are going to be taking a quick break, guys. Casters do need the bio and all the rest, so we'll be back here in about 5-6 minutes with the winners finals if it's ready. Going to be CLG versus the winner of Slow Motion versus We United. Now I'm kind of hoping it's Slow Motion, but We United, if they get through, they will be proven. Either way, we'll catch you guys in a few minutes. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.